Yeah.
Okay, Eddie, wait. So you normally go to Beverly Hills and Larchmont?
And when the gardeners do all their trimming and stuff,
Yeah.
and they throw, I said, can I have them trimmings?
That's
and I
beautiful.
decorate my carts. And I try to keep the glass on the inside.
The what?
The glass.
Oh, cool.
And I put cardboard down off in there and stuff.
Okay.
And then I hang very few things out here, but when I do, I put this.
It's beautiful. I'm gonna walk around it.
Yeah, go ahead. You know, so that they don't see a whole lot of garbage bags.
Yeah, no, it's really nice.
I crush the cans and I crush the plastic.
I know, that's really cool. It's interesting because I like, for me, I'm really picky about like how, I think it's important like how we keep ourselves, like keep our space. Like I have a house, like I have to be orderly. But now you said you go all the way from Beverly Hills.
Oh, miss, I go as far as Century City sometimes.
In the wheelchair. Okay.
And pulling 2 and 3 and 4. I've pulled as many as 6.
As many as 6 shopping carts?
Yeah.
How?
At one time.
How, Eddie?
Hooked together, tied together, backwards.
That's amazing.
I had a man one day during the rush hour on Wilshire Boulevard between Western and Kenmore. It was really heavy traffic, but I didn't care. I had determination and tenacity. I was gonna make it, because I knew I had some money. He said, mister, get up there around that corner at Catalina and turn right. He got out and did just what you're doing. But you know what else he did?
What else did he do?
He gave me $100.
I don't have $100.
No. I'm saying, he said, I've never seen a homeless person in a wheelchair doing what you do.
No, this is amazing. I don't understand. I know I have a lot of homeless friends and I have friends in wheelchairs, but hold on.
Oh.
Hi. All right, so this city, now that I got rid of my car, I'm on a bike. And it's not that easy to get around on wheels because sometimes there's no curb cutouts.
Who are you telling? There's no cut that, and you know why there isn't?
Why?
Because the property owner will not pay the tax to have it done.
It's the property owners, it's not the city?
The city will do it if the property owner pays the tax to have it done. And guess what? It's a biannual tax. Every 2 years, they have to pay the tax on having that done. If they're not willing to do it, the city won't do it.
Yeah, so sometimes I find that I'll be like riding along, because I usually ride in the street, but sometimes I ride on the sidewalk, but I go slow so that I don't hit anybody.
Right.
But
you don't want nobody, what do they call it, googly facing or whatever
no,
it is.
I know.
And you know what? I pulled
Hi.
cars. Good morning.
How are you?
And you know what? I've had people almost over, and their farmers insurance over there, June and Wilshire.
Yeah.
Hi.
Really?
I said, didn't you see me?
I have a bell, and I'll ring it, and then it'll make people jump right in front of me, so I stopped using the bell.
I don't get what it is. I tell people sometimes, I said, you know what? You need to look up. You need to look out and look around you. There's a world out here.
I know, people are all in their headphones, right?
They're in,
texting.
They're in that electronic cyberspace.
Yeah.
And they're so caught up in it, they don't write letters anymore. Postman looked at me, he said, we don't see personal letters much anymore.
No, the only reason the post office is still in business is that junk that they give you that you want to throw away immediately.
And only because you do get some legitimate mail. But
my legitimate mail is always bills.
That's all it is, listen, I stayed in the same place for 32 years. I bought an $86,000 2-bedroom condominium in the Mid-Wilshire district. I was a surgical nurse at one time, 2 bachelor's degrees. I'm 72 years old.
You look good.
Yeah, that's what people say.
But now
I had a good life. But now,
what happened? How'd you?
Well, Northern California, a horrific accident. There were 21 vehicles involved. 19 people died. I'm the only survivor in the car that I was in out of 6 people.
Wow. So you're lucky to be alive, I guess.
No, I'm not lucky. I'm blessed.
That's right. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right.
I'm blessed to be alive.
Well, you obviously, there's a reason you're here, Eddie.
Well, you know what? People have said that before. And a man told me not too long ago, he said, you've got a second chance. He said, people don't get second chances in life. He said, not often. He said, but when they do, they should make good use of it. I said, well, I tried. I try to share my first-hand experiences and my second-hand exposures with people who are underexposed and underexperienced. I've traveled across this country. I've been through the Panama Canal 3 times because I worked for the USS Azure Seas, a cruise line, as a nurse. I've been somewhere, British Columbia, Quebec.
Do you speak French?
Qu'est-ce parlez-vous? Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Yeah, because I'm Portuguese. I'm Dutch, African American Portuguese.
Wow.
But yeah, I've had a good life. And I tell people frequently, I'm not mad at the world because you didn't put me in this wheelchair. You didn't put me here. So I have no reason to be bitter or hostile toward you. All I have to do is just look at you and say good morning. Or say, bouquet el, bouquet tu. Or say, shuro pulnatu. Or say, spasiva dos fadanya. In Korean, kama samida. In Chinese, sheshe. In Japanese, ohaiko. I learned how to say thank you and God bless you in a number of languages.
That's beautiful.
And I tell people, look out and look around you. There's a world out here. That thing makes you global. Be collaboratorial. Learn to speak. Don't just type in text.
Learn to communicate.
That's what I'm talking about. What's your first name?
I'm Monique.
Monique, I don't shake ladies' hands. I give you hugs because you're the backbone of the
Oh, you are amazing. And tell me your last name.
Russell.
Eddie Russell.
Eddie Russell.
I'm Monique Raymond, and do I have permission to post this on YouTube or just to post it?
Well, I'll let you post.
Thank you. And you know what? If it ever gets anywhere, I will compensate you. I don't get paid at this moment for what I do.
I had a man. Do you know who David Wolf is? David Wolf, that man who had the television show where when it went off, he said, "Say goodnight, Ubu."
Oh, that sounds familiar.
The dog's name was Ubu.
Yeah.
Well, I met his brother.
Okay.
Ronald Wolf.
Okay.
He's a photographer. He was going around several years ago during the Los Angeles Photographers Convention, which was held here. He was doing Art Deco photographs. And one of the places he wanted to do was the Art Deco Theater over on Melrose off of La Brea. And I happened to have been posted up there. 3 carts, decorated to high heaven.
Of course.
And so he was photographing the ceiling and the walls and things. And he said, "Excuse me, sir, do you mind if I take a photograph of you?" I said, "Well, I don't know." Because I'd had a wacky experience once. And he said, "I'm a photographer, a legitimate photographer." He says, "Would you sign an artist model release?" He says, "And I'll compensate you for it."
Okay.
So then I told him what the bad experience was that I had. He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "But they compensated for the 3 months of publication with my photograph in there from a freelance photographer. They compensated me $250 for all 3 months that the magazine published that particular photograph." It was a montage.
Cool. Well, at least they made right by you.
Yeah, they did, So that's why I've often been leery. But
you should be leery. There's people...
I know, and but people like you and a couple of others I've had experiences with like this, I don't mind. Because, it's communication.
Thank you, Eddie.
It's sentiment, it's emotion, and it's emoting.
All right, here's to emoting.
Here's to emoting.
All right,
Let
Eddie.
me get on, because I got to try to get up here to this place to sign some papers so that these people can start a legal process for me. Because some people have taken some funds that belong to me, and they're trying to tell me that they don't have them. But the police told me, yes, they did take possession of the property, your personal property.
Okay, you get what's yours. Don't let them...
and so they told me, well, you come up here and we'll work on this here because we know what to do.
Okay, Eddie.
Yeah, so all right, money.
All right, love.
Peace
Good luck.
be with you.
Peace be with you, too.
And as they say in old Latin, Dies te bendiga de Cristo en esperanza, muchas gracias.
What does that mean?
It means, may the Lord, your God, bless and keep you in health, hope, and strength.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let me get on.
Getting on.